With ExpressTaxExempt's interview-style e-filing process, you can quickly prepare and e-file your IRS Form 990-PF and transmit directly to the IRS. To start preparing your form today, log into ExpressTaxExempt.com and choose to start Form 990-PF for private foundations. The first step during the form interview, enter your organization details. This includes the organization's name, form of organization, and contact details. Next, pick out the appropriate tax year, calendar, or fiscal as per your organization's accounting period. Also, check the box if any of these conditions below apply. Following the organization's tax year, select the organization's year of formation and state, then check the box if your organization is a foreign corporation. The type of organization interview question requests that you specify the tax-exempt status of your organization based on its type. The tax-exempt status of your organization will be found in the IRS response letter after claiming exemption. After your selection, specify if your organization is a private operating foundation or non-operating private foundation. Proceed to select the accounting method followed by your organization. The summary will then contain the summarized information of your organization. Ensure that all the information of your organization displayed on the screen is accurate before e-filing. To make any changes, just click the Edit option against each interview question. Now that you have provided the details of your organization, it's time to begin federal filing. You'll need the following information to complete your taxes for the current year: your organization's most recent audited financial statement if applicable, a list of officers, directors, trustees, and key employees, and any document containing information on significant changes. The below diagram is an overview of our tax process. You will be guided through various questions where you can input your tax data. After entering your capital gains and losses, list of officers, analysis of revenue and expenses, you will manage your net assets and balance sheets. To prepare Form 990-PF, you need to understand the concept of a balance sheet, or as it is called in the nonprofit world, a statement of financial position. This video is a short introduction to the idea of a balance sheet. Here's what you should remember. Net assets or fund balances equal assets minus liabilities. Assets are what you own, such as your bank account, your equipment, and so on. Liabilities are what you owe. This could be a credit card balance, mortgage, etc. Your net assets or fund balances are just what's left over after you subtract your total liabilities from your total assets. This determines if your sheets are balanced. If this is your organization's very first tax return, the beginning of year balances are going to be zero. Now, this is not the case if your business has been in business for over a year. When you start entering your assets, fill in the various values of the assets, especially the book value at the beginning and end of the year, along with the fair market value at the end of year. However, if the foundation has assets less than $5,000 during the entire year, then only fill in the details of the assets based on the book value at the beginning and end of year. Now, if, for example, you purchased office equipment for $1,000, enter your assets here, but be sure to update your cash balance on the following page. When you begin entering your liabilities, be sure that what you include here reflects on your assets entries too. Let's say you use your organization's credit card to update your office furnishings and it costs $500. Update the amount here, but be sure to include this on your assets as well. You'll then specify what kind of financial accounting standards are followed by the foundation. Just report the details of your total net assets and total liabilities. Based on your entries, ExpressTaxExempt will provide a summary of your balance sheet. If you have an imbalance, you can correct your balances by clicking Edit. If there were any changes to your net assets or fund balances, list the details of each transaction to the increase and decrease in your net assets. Following your balance sheet, view and edit the results of the balance sheet. These financial statements are based on the amounts you entered during your Form 990-PF interview. These include your entries from your net assets or fund balances at the beginning of the year and the excessive revenue over expenses and disbursements. If done correctly, your balance sheets and entries should be equally balanced. After completing parts 1 through 17, review your entries for any obvious errors, then proceed to transmit Form 990-PF to the IRS with ExpressTaxExempt.com.